Okay, I'm live. Something weird has happened with YouTube, so it doesn't automatically go live when I want it to. Let me turn my music down. Okay, today working on this guy a little bit. Decided I wanted to put a good representation of our main character, Prime. And I wanted to, so I can put him into scenes and stuff that I'm modeling and just give him a better representation than the temporary model I had before. So I posed him in Blender and then exported him and then put him in SketchUp. So most of the work's going to be done in Blender for this portion of the story, but for the purpose of modeling in SketchUp, I wanted to have Prime, just so I can get a sense of him in the world and all this kind of stuff. So, apologize, my throat is. I think that smoothie did it for me. Okay, so part of the process for me to do this is to make sure his features are good. I mean, I already started work on this, and I thought I'd stream this, but when you import, for example, let's see. Let me put this over here. When you import a model, it looks crazy. So you get all the tries, you get everything. And for some or whatever reason, it's transparent. So the idea is to go from this to closer to this. So bring out some of the features. Because if you were just to do that LUCI in there, if you were just to have if you just to smooth this out, you wouldn't get everything you need. Close. Very close. But so if you look at it, oops. So kind of good. Still works. A little messy. I don't mind sort of messiness. I do like these eye crescents there. So I'm going to make sure I put them in. This might be a little too much. And this is almost just enough. So this is good, this deepness here. So that's what I want to do is haha. There you go, Gus. He's a friendly monster Well, sort of. He's a good guy. So, yeah, some of this stuff actually imported over pretty well, and I really want to bring out these features. So that's what I'm going to do with this, and it's sort of a fool's errand because actually I'll keep them around because I like the way this is happening here. I've already worked on this a little bit, but I want to make sure there's probably, you could do stuff like this, which is kind of nice. Oops. Get you going there. So yeah, this is really about representing this character in the scenes that we're going to work and the models that we're going to work with. And normally when you do SketchUp, which is pretty awesome. Let's see, I'll start a fresh SketchUp. The ankles are terribly thin. Yes, they are. Yeah, it's a cartoon character for sure. Yeah, he is. He's a very top-heavy character. So normally you have SketchUp, you get this. You get a guy like this. And there's different types of. He's always facing the camera. And this morning I started a day and I thought, why don't I do this? I should have a default model for that. So that's what I'm going to do. And posed him up in Blender, like I said. And he's going to be in 3D. And then I'll also have LUCI hold it. He'll be holding LUCI. So one of the other characters. So let's keep going. This is a little painstaking. And I'm just using this as reference to like where my, using the Blender reference to how I was creating these details. And then all I do is just go, delete it. All I go through is to erase soft lines and create hard lines. That's about it. Pretty easy. I think that goes down there. This goes down there. You've been often called top-heavy, Gus. So, well, probably me too. I wear a big hat size. Yeah, so you know what they say about guys who big heads. They have big hats. So just bringing out his bicep. Let's rotate. Still think about that Space Mouse, guys. This would be really helpful at this point. This sort of zigzagged here. I'm trying to be too precious about this, because this is not going to be used in the final product. But I thought I really wanted to represent this character a little bit better than I have been before. He was a mess in my other videos. So there's a line there. I'm not sure if I even like that line, quite frankly. Potentially that's better. So hopefully you can see that this, like I've already done his side pants a little bit here. You can see where that's much better than sort of automatically softening. And that's the one thing I like about SketchUp, is that you can kind of decide, you can kind of push how you want it to read these lines and represent your model. So 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, right? So that's exactly what we're doing here, is making sure our model's represented well. Get this kneecap area. And this. I believe that's right. Yeah. And there's some inner. We'll be a little asymmetrical here. So Prime's actually a sort of experimental creature. And he gets unwillingly and mistakenly put into the future by way of a cryo sleep. And so that's why his garb is partly this kind of a spacesuit. just going off memory about how I did this, how I modeled this, because I modeled this with these seams in mind. Might be one lower. No, that's right. Let's get rid of that. Let's not. There you go. You don't have to be too perfect in that line. Oh, and then this is the silliest detail, but fun. There you go. We got nails. So yeah, I'm jumping around here, but just seeing what needs to be done. Let's see. I might as well go full screen on this. Nope. Smoothing edges and yeah, it is. I also find it sometimes pretty satisfying, oddly enough, partly because you get to see the model represented in a more artistic light, maybe, if that's a way to put it. Because you can look at this, and now you get a sense of what the details, instead of that, there's nothing there, right? And then you also can create, and this is partly what I like about there, is you can create these sharp edges that really sculpt into fine. Whatever you're trying to present. Can I just frame, select edges, and use soft and smooth? Yes, I did that for up here. You can, but what I'm doing here is pretty specific. I did that for these things, so you can, like, I'll just show an example, like how I just did that. These are pretty quick. So select the whole thing, and then go through the smoothing here, and then boom. And this thing now is pretty much represented with the lines, sort of showing off its edges. The problem with that is that's a sort of a hard surface, so it's easier to define those elements. And then when you go with organic surfaces like his face, like how do you define these things? So we go back to here. It defined in the auto smoothing that I did, it defined these, which are great. I think this feature was, when I modeled this feature was represented. I kind of took it away here. It wasn't as dramatic. But let's see if we can bring that back. I'm trying to see. Okay. So you can see where the hard edges start bringing in shadows, and they really define those shapes that I'm very particular with. And so I have to find that here. And for some reason it's not the same. It's confusing here. What is different? Is there anything different? Let's count the rings. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, 7 down. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh. 1, 2. No, that's 7 down. Okay. Let's see. Yep, that's better. Yeah, so this type of this doesn't make for, probably doesn't make for a great video, but this is streaming. And probably doesn't make great streaming either, but pretty boring stuff. It doesn't have to be perfect, but you know, I want these eyes to really show up. So let's make sure they're oh, I didn't realize they were such deep. I might have. Oops. Okay. I'm having a hard time with the pen. There you go. My workflow's too much. No need to feel inadequate. I agree. You are in the nail on the head. This is too much. Could be, I mean, depends what you consider as too much, but people, this is why AI is going to be sort of the opposite of AI. I get to make the decisions about, but it takes a while, it takes time. It's the trade-off. I've been working, and not because of the detail, but I've been working on this for decades. So, in various stages, in various ways, in various looks. This wasn't always. This character looked very different before, and looks more realistic now, even though he's, tiny ankles and humanoid shape with a gorilla head. He was super cartoony before. So. Yeah, I'm the opposite of working like AI. Okay, let's rip this teeth. That's what I'm gonna do is group this head. Hide. See, we got his teeth and tongue. We can get rid of the tongue. We could probably get rid of the teeth, but okay, these are reversed. Okay, there you go. And let's do this. This is tough. I'll just group it, but I gotta do that work again. Let's select all these teeth. Probably should have did this in my first time around. There you go. Now I can hide that and group that. Now let's see what we can do with this. Let's make this really smooth. AI probably could do this. Time for bed. Oh yeah, it's late for you, right? Oh, I'm sure hope your your wife enjoys your humor regarding that. I hope so. I made corned beef, and I'm not saying I'm a bad cook, but we'll see what it tastes like tonight. Just throw everything in a pot and go. So I just noticed this. When let's see, when I hit Alt, so when the view is off of these hidden lines or hidden edges, let's say, the view's off, it hides them, right? When I hit Alt, they appear. And hold it down, they appear. I don't remember that doing that. I'm not complaining. It's actually really good. When I have the eraser and I'm trying to smooth things, I can see what I'm smoothing, and then I can see what I want to make as a harder edge. Good night, Gus. Good night. Good night. And thanks for dropping in yet again. We'll have more discussions about the Space Mouse, I'm sure. Totally on board with that. Need to figure that out. Okay, here we go. Yeah, and the model I had before was just a static posed model. And I gave some expression to him. Disjointed his nose, did that kind of stuff. Because he was built, his face was mirrored. And they should, you always should have asymmetry in your faces. That's what gives them character. That's what I believe. Let's soften this up. This model's not the best, and I'll probably continue to fix it in Blender, but for now this is I have this. I might delete this and just go the sculpting route. This eyeball technique is a sculpting technique. When you're, like, if you're sculpting brass or clay sculptures. This line does not want to go away. So, and this is the lens, and I don't think I need that. This is clear. And it's only gonna go. So yeah, in the real world, when you create a sculpture, this is a technique where you kind of recess the eyes inside a little bit, and so when you look at them, you get a dimensionality to the shape of the eye, the actual eye and the cornea, so you can see that here a little bit, although he might be cross-eyed or something. What's going on here? I really want to get rid of this line. It's bugging me. There it is. Did I delete it? There you go. Is there anything in here that's good? Oh, this brow. I like the details that pulled out of here. This corner, I love those corners. Okay, I have one. I want another. Wanted to make this sharp. I should make this sharp. This jawline. Okay, here's another thing. Let's see. Those came out pretty good, right? This was really bad modeling from moi. Yeah, I could really clean up those, but it's got a little RoboCop feel, huh? Let's take that off. Oops. Okay, that line doesn't work right. Oops, come on. Okay, let's get back to the do the feet, the hands. Let's get back to this. Let's go to this. Let's do his torso. It's taking longer than it probably should, but for something so temporary. So coming over here. So the problem is that these are not tries. Okay. Is that right? And then this comes out. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Oh, so that's. Is that right? Okay, let's do this collar. It's 2 in. Yeah, watching me do this is not for the faint of heart. I'm switching between the tab mouse and the pen. But I can feel the RSI coming on. So I think I'll simplify it. I don't want that many rings. Although, well, maybe I'll just make a shoulder feature here. we go. Let's get this going. Oops. I have probably the wrong keyboard for this. I have to stretch to get to the Y. Oh, my music has stopped playing. Let's play. Do I have here? Let's play Toy Story. Okay. Oop, that's separated. Okay, looking better already. I'm going to delete this guy. Now he's pretty hefty in mesh, so he's not a great. He's a pretty hefty model. In fact, we can, let's see, let's take a look. $25 materials. Wait. Why is this not showing me? Oh, nested. There you go. Edges. Faces. Okay. Let's see, what else should I do here? Oh, his pants. Oh, I could do that. It's going to be another quiet stream. Let's put a... There's a line in... There's edging there. I just like the way this sculpts here. And I want to make sure I get that here too. Okay, so that's coming all the way down here. Okay. Did I get the right line? Okay, so that's... Oh, yep. Sometimes a button deletes doesn't do what you want it to do. So I want to continue this down here. Oh wait, no, not there. I don't want that one. I want this one. There's this, and then there's this. Yeah, that's getting better. Much better. Better representation of this guy. I wish I could repeat all the work I did here, but on this other foot. we're going to do our best. And even if I did this, like just did this, we can try. See where that gets us. And I like this, some of this here. Gets a little stiff, but we're gonna, well, looks like a glove, which is not the intent, but there you go. I think I have more detail on the other side, didn't I? In terms of the knuckles, let's see. Very specific, which is good. I actually like that better. There's extra detail here. One second here. I'm gonna step away for a second. Okay, back. Let's see. It is. Let's keep going. Okay, sorry. Got distracted. Text. Okay, so I think we're pretty good down here. We're gonna work on the hands maybe last and work on the uniform. The face might have a lot more detail than it really needs, but I'll keep it for now. Okay. Yeah, let's see what the front looks like. I'll change that on this. What's going on there? Just a small thing. Okay, not gonna worry about it. Let's get this bicep going. Things are happening to me. I don't know why the line's there. It should be here, I think, right? Right? Let's try it. Let me try it. Always full bad. No, I'll say you got it. keep this simple. Although, line across. I want to do it here. There you go. I don't know why I did it that way. Maybe because I wanted to connect to the elbow. I think I'll keep this clean. Yeah, so this is about defining little details of this uniform and the shape. So, oh, this has the old one. Let's see how I did that there. Yeah, I want to change that. How did I do that? Just connected those two wedges there. Okay, now I'm getting lost here. So it goes here, here. That grouping goes down. Still not getting it. Oh, it goes to here. Let's see. Let's do this. I'm getting lost in here. Lost in the sauce. Let's see. Flip this, right? Okay, maybe not here. That's right. So forward is these two. Oh, this is going the wrong way. That's why. That's one of the reasons. This goes down here. I like the way that shoulder goes better than this. Now let's complete this part. Yes, this is a very, very boring. There you go. Cool. Creates nice volumes, nice shapes. Sculpting that. Is that right? There. Where's it? Let's get rid of this. Oh, that goes down. Okay. Ooh. Whoa, what happened here? Did I accidentally? Nice old pal saying you got a friend in me. Okay, let's see. What time is it? 4:03. Let's take a break from all that detail work. Let's get in there. The back needs a little work, a little extra stuff, but we're getting there. Hands for sure. Okay, so before we go in the hands, we're going to do this. are going to put LUCI in. So we're going to do that. Technically, I don't need to open this up. Let's see. I copied it, but let's just try and see if it's a clean model. It's a clean model. Yay. Okay. So this thing, it's going to be, well, maybe like this. His hand is massive, so he's going to be holding it, holding LUCI. Okay. So here's what we're doing. Lower this. And we're going to raise this. Then we'll back it up. This pinky's not in the right spot. Could do this. That pinky could be straightened out. Question is, can I do it here without having to re-import the model? I could probably just do the hand, but maybe that's good enough for now. Just doesn't look like he's holding it very well. Realistically, it's a little better. Maybe it's better this way. There you go. Prime and the LUCI companion. There you go. That's a very hard edge. What's going on there? Rattle, what do you want? I don't know why that happened. There's some weird unattached geometry there. That's not a big deal per se. Okay, let's see what we can do with these hands. I didn't really do much in that hand department, did I? Maybe I'll fix that. Yeah, let's fix it. I can fix this while I'm at it. What do I need to do? Flatten out that finger. These are okay. I can press the thumb out. Oh, I need to go back. Oh, I think I baked this. I might have baked it. Did I bake it? Oh, maybe not. There we go. Oh, where's the hand rigs? Uh-oh. Oh, yeah, I baked it. Yep. Okay. What I can do, not worry about it. That's what I can do. Once I start getting the details here, this hand will look. You guys can't. Oh, it's not time to eat yet. I might have to go to the store, so I might have to end earlier than I hope, but let me check. Feels pretty stiff, this hand, but we're gonna keep going. I can change it later if I want. For now, we're gonna move forward because this is not the most important model. I mean, he's the main character, but this feature that I'm creating is not important. This is just for visual representation in the world when we model. once I get this done, it'll be apparent why this makes sense to do some of this at least. Maybe not to the extent I'm doing it, but let's get some detail here. And we'll do some here. The hand is lacking lots of geo, but yeah, I want to fix this. I don't know why. Oh, it's probably because of this. There you go. Oh, more breaks. That didn't fix it. Oh, that's a lot. It's a big one. Okay, that's gonna not work. Let's see if I can do it this way. Wow, how did this tear happen? Yeah, this end here. Why don't you want to? That's a try. That's a try. Ooh. There's some bad geometry here somehow. Somehow this happened. Okay. Yeah, what the heck? And what is this? Wow. There's a plugin for this to fix all this. Okay. Isn't that fun? Watch me fumble through that. All right. It's most fun ever. This hand doesn't have enough detail in it. But we move on. And it has a weak palm. Okay. That's not that. This is nail. Okay. Okay, that looks like it. Looks like. Oh, I do want to continue this. Oh, I should do this one. Let's get some detail into here. probably do a little more in the back, but we are probably we're gonna call it a day. Call it a stream. So this is our guy. So we can look at him with the shadows. Let's look at him with now I would probably say there's a little too much detail in these eyes. We can get rid of some of that. But oops. Not all of it. Not the whole character. I just want to do this for now. Oops. Come on. We don't want to lose everything in the character here. Okay, that's a little better. Okay. So now let's group this. It should be the right height. So now we can take, as we end a stream, we'll do this. We'll take a look. We can take we can go back to our Jeep. We'll go to our Jeep and then I guess we really, let's just drag and drop. Let's drag and drop. Where did I put them? Okay. So this is what I had before. Close but no cigar. It actually has, because a lot of these things are separate. Somehow they came in as separate geo. I think it was an older model that I worked on. And then here's our new one. Wait, not that one. Let's see if the scales is correct. There we go. Oop. Turn out the shadows. Oh. You know what? No. I have to do that again. That keeps opening 2026. I'm using 25 right now, but maybe I'll have to switch over. Okay. So here we are. We'll get rid of these shadows as soon as we take a look, but let's get rid of these. Let's save this as a, I wish SketchUp would have an incremental save. So when you do this, where you go Save as. I wish you could just hit a plus sign and it'll go to the next number, like most other 3D programs do. But we'll live with that. Okay, so here's our guy. And he's coming over with a generic style. We're going to go back. So that's the difference. This is what I had. This is a new one. I think he represents better. We can delete that. Boom. Holding LUCI. Great. Very happy with that. Glad I did that. Now I'm not as embarrassed to show, not as shy to show this character now. He looks like he should. He has somewhat of an expression. He's got some detail. He has mostly the correct detail in the uniform. Yeah. He's got LUCI. He's at the right scale. Right? You know? Perfect. We can check the scale, right? Six, 7. Yep. That's about it. Cool. All right. Perfect. Perfect. Happy with that. So with that, that's going to end this stream. Appreciate that Gus stopped in, chatted, said hi. It's awesome. Tomorrow we'll be doing very similar stuff. So we're going to take this guy. We're going to use him as our key model for the scene that we didn't get to today, but the scene, the first scene where we introduce him, Prime. And we're going to work on that a little bit. Just see what we can do with it based off of some of the design elements that I came up with this inside here. Then we're further evolving, and then we'll go from there. But you want to catch that? You want to see that? We'll do that tomorrow, probably around the same time. I'd like to just get up early in the morning and do this, but it might not be the best time for everybody to. We'll shall see. But if you enjoy what you're seeing, please like and subscribe. I'm going to be doing more. I'm going to start editing some videos. So there's going to be videos and stuff instead of just live streaming. Live streaming will always be a part of it, but if you enjoy this type of thing, you know what to do. All right, like, subscribe, all that jazz, and we shall see you. And in the stream ending screen is a preview of what you might see tomorrow, what we're going to work on.